Hello, everybody, and welcome into That Real Texas Team podcast, episode 109. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about Texans at Colts, CJ coming back, Petrie coming back, Daniel Jones, broken fibula, how we got to stop JT. We're going to cover it all. So if you're new here, hit the like, subscribe button. With that being said, with me as always, my resident co-hosts at the top right, Mike Sincere, a.k.a. Magic Mike, a.k.a. the Black Mr. Clean. You can check him out at Mass 3 Productions all across the social medias. Like, subscribe, notification bells for that man. Do the same thing for the gentleman at the bottom. That is Chris, a.k.a. Pac-Man Freestyle, a.k.a. Pac-Man King _ King Freestyle on Instagram. He's also the source of both your grandmother and your mother's wet dreams. But you can check him out at That's Crazy Podcast and Talk as he's holding it down over there, talking crazy shit, honestly, sometimes. But gentlemen, how we doing? How we feeling?
I'm feeling awesome. I'm feeling a whole lot better than Daniel Jones's leg, apparently.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, Mike. I can't see you at all. You like just you just
Darkness.
You just disappeared.
Darkness.
You just disappeared out of nowhere.
Bro,
What's going on?
I gotta fix this damn light. This battery on this light lasting less and less time.
I just looked up and now I see the glasses.
There we go.
Hey, son of a bitch. All right, yeah. I get it.
Just need one of those flashlights just in your face. So look, gentlemen, it's a big matchup. It's a big week. We're 6-5. We've fought hard to get back to the plus side of the win column, and now CJ's back, healthy from a concussion after missing the last 3 games. What's the vibes right now? Are we feeling better about CJ coming back? Would we feel better about rolling with the hot hand and Davis Mills? What are your thoughts?
Hell no. I'm a CJ Stroud guy. I have been since day one, since he's been a Texan. I'm not going to sit up and say I've been a CJ Stroud guy since Ohio State. I'm not that guy. I'm not that fake. I've been one since he's been a Texan, and Davis Mills, hats off. You've done your job. You've proven why good backups are necessary in the league. We see it with a lot of other teams, but this is CJ Stroud's team.
Yep.
Davis said it his damn self.
He did. He did.
Yeah, you gotta understand. I also think that Davis was able to handle what he needed to handle. I don't believe that Davis, right now, and I don't think he believes it either, that he can last a full 17-game season. If that makes sense. Which is why he's comfortable being a backup. I'm not sure. He's done it. I know he's done it, but I don't think that he could mentally do that. Not right now.
I don't think he thinks that.
I
guarantee there's a part in Davis Mills' head saying, you know what, I could keep this up all year long. I'm a starting quarterback in the NFL. There is no quarterback that is playing in the NFL that doesn't think he could start for some other team.
I mean,
that might be, but that's the confidence you have to have. But he doesn't think he's better than CJ.
No, but I also think he's probably the most grounded individual in the NFL right now. This dude might have like the most level-headed head on his shoulders that I think I've ever seen, and probably will ever see.
It takes a strong neck to keep that head level. So
that's true.
That's a lot of neck. But the thing about it is.
Oh, whoa. Hold on now. Can we get a better choice of words?
Rephrase.
His turtlenecks get a good workout, okay?
Robert, so Texans going to finish breaking Danny Nichols' legs for the Jags?
Yep. If all goes right. But
I think that's really a problem for the Colts. Even though you don't want to rely on Daniel Jones' arm, you do. Daniel Jones is a very athletic quarterback. He is able to get away, and he is fast. We saw how fast he tripped over when he should have had a touchdown. He was running so fast he tripped over his own damn feet. So I do believe that's going to be a problem. because you are going whatever you want, unless you plan on handing it to Jonathan Taylor the whole game. This ain't the 90s. That'll work a couple of times, but once the Texans, I feel like, oh, he ain't gonna throw the ball. Like they're gonna pin their ears back and come get you. So I don't think that will last long if he cannot actually throw the ball. But
I will tell you this. I'm not gonna call Daniel Jones a bitch because he a whole lot tougher than what I would be. They told me I had a fractured fibula playing football, and I'm still gonna play. Oh hell no, that man tough as hell.
Yeah. Look, you got to respect the ability to tough it out with that, but you also have to imagine this isn't the worst possible fracture that he could have. No. It might be a fracture, and I'm not going to sit here and try to diminish this man's injury, but it's definitely not a compound fracture. Let's put it that way. Okay. That being said, we've over the last couple of weeks we've been getting slightly healthier, bringing some people back from IR and such. So the Texans defense is finally back right around 100%. Yeah, got Petrie coming back.
It's close as we've been in a very long time.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, how are you imagining Petrie will be used to stop this Colts defense? Obviously, if I were the Indianapolis Colts and you're going up against Miles Bryant, there's a bunch of different ways you can try to attack him. But Jalen Petrie is such a Swiss Army knife; he presents interesting challenges. So you might try to do other things. What are you? If you're D'Amico Ryans, what are you using Jalen Petrie? Who are you trying to take away with Jalen Petrie?
Jonathan Taylor. His best. One of Jalen Petrie's best traits is his run support. Normally your nickel corner, whatever the hell you want to call him, is not the best tackler in the world. He's a guy that's on the field and he can get in the way. But Jalen Petrie's already showed when you can say that I put King Henry on his ass in a game, you're doing something.
Yeah. I mean, we're a defense that has not really struggled against all of the, elite tier running backs. We really just outside of one really big run against James Cook, held him pretty much in check. I mean, I'm not necessarily terrified of Jonathan Taylor. I know in the past he's had his day against us, but I think this defense is different. And then we've beaten them while he's done well. So it's not necessarily we stop him or he gets going and they're going to beat us. We've beaten him and he's had 188 yards on the ground.
Yep.
So the Colts are going to have to figure something out because I don't think Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, Riley Leonard, none of those guys are going to have an easy day against this defense, especially now that we're back at it right around 100%. Plus, Jalen Reed had a pretty solid game last week too, and I imagine we're going to be seeing more of him.
Oh yeah, wasn't he the leading tackler?
Yeah, leading tackler.
And he was on that fumble though.
Yep.
He played such a good game that Jimmy Ward's name has not come up in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We were all sort of like, damn, when is Jimmy Ward going to come back and play football with the team? So I forgot he was on the damn team. Yeah. I forgot that we were waiting on another safety to come back.
Yeah. Got Robert again with another question here. Who's covering Warren? It sounds like the influenza is covering Warren. He is questionable for the game with an illness. Now, I'm not obviously going to hang my hat on that because, shit happens. Statuses change. But probably a mixture of Petrie and, if I had to guess, probably Aziz.
And I think Warren, even if he does play, I think the Daniel Jones thing is a big deal. Although I don't think Daniel Jones is the greatest passer, I think this injury could cause him to be worse.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel Jones' best trait is short to medium routes. Which is why Warren is leading the team in receptions.
Yeah.
That's
his big thing.
Brandon's got
I don't. So you think anybody's going to get behind us? Because I don't think that's going to happen now. With his, because he can't move. That stepping up into the pocket is going to be hard for him.
Oh no, he doesn't stand a chance. If we're being completely honest, we talked about Jonathan Taylor, but this is actually probably the best Texans defensive line we've had in like 5-6 years. And that's while JJ Watt was a Houston Texan. This is still probably the best defensive line we've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it wasn't nothing but JJ Watt. You know, we tried the Clowney thing. Clowney shows up for a little bit.
Yeah, we had
DJ.
DJ.
Right.
We've had some guys, but this from top to bottom, our starting 4 to 5 guys on the defensive line are all ball players, and they've all had good years, every last one of them. Tim Settle's having a contract year. He's having one. Sheldon Rankins looks like a football player again. Timmy Togiai has already gotten paid. And then you bring up Danico Autry, Dylan Horton. What's the Barrett kid?
Derek Barnett.
Derek Barnett, thank you. Derek Barnett. And the fact of the other guy we brought in all season is not even playing. Darrell Taylor. He's not even playing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Or was he supposed to end up playing?
Oh, he was supposed to be in the rotation. Dylan Horton has replaced him in the rotation.
Yep.
This is a guy that had 6 sacks as a rotational pass rusher.
And he can't get on the field.
Damn.
Yep. And you know, we spent all this time talking about the defensive line. You're right. It's huge. JT's their primary offensive weapon.
Mm-hmm.
If you can disrupt the run game, all 3 games that they've lost this year, he's had under, 60 yards for, 18 carries, no touchdowns.
Yep.
We've got to bottle him up and make the running game ineffective, and then force Daniel Jones to try to make plays against a Texans team that he has historically done fuck all nothing against.
That's because he's never been a good quarterback.
Like I ain't gonna lie, go ahead.
If Daniel Jones' season ended right now, this would be his best year of his career.
Oh yeah, by far.
If it ended right now, no more games.
Yeah, it's not even relatively close.
And this man has made over $70 million while in the NFL.
Yeah, because I'm sure he because he didn't have no more guaranteed money, because that contract was what, like 140 million when he got it.
Something like that, yeah. 160.
Oh, 160.
And like almost half of it was guaranteed.
Yep.
Damn chair.
Oh shit! Why are my eyes doing this to me?
JT must be stopped. I think we'll be all right with that. I'm not really worried about it. I don't believe that we're going, because I think it's going to come into play. Because what do you think D'Amico tell him? Daniel Jones can't move, y'all. They're gonna rely on Jonathan Taylor a lot. They were already gonna do that, but now you ain't got to be afraid of the play action, because you'll probably get to him before he gets a chance to throw the ball. And if he does throw it, he probably won't throw it accurate.
And with Jalen Petrin being back, I now think we're going to go back to a rotation at linebacker between Henry T, EJ Speed, and Aziz. They're going to be rotating, so it means that you're always going to have a fresh linebacker.
Yeah. Yeah. And, we were worried about how they were going to adjust to Josh Allen. They kind of had Aziz spy him a couple times to keep him bottled up. I think our defense is very capable of not just stopping JT, but making sure Indiana Jones is feeling a lot like his New York Giant days, coming into NRG and throwing hella picks. He's not done well against us. We need to maintain that trend. If we can get it to a one-dimensional Colts team, that's where we have our best opportunity, realistically. It's easier said than done. Jonathan Taylor is a damn good running back. Probably, I mean, if he's not the best running back in the league right now, he's probably top 3. He's not.
I know he's leading in yards.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's him. It's him. Right now, the Russian title's his.
Mm-hmm. And it means Miles Bryant can also go back to safety. Yeah.
Miles Bryant better at least dress out. You know how the Texans surprise the shit out of you, and he'll be a healthy scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy shit of him.
Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson are going to have their hands full with a decent offensive line. Mm-hmm. Those tackles they're pretty solid. They have their down games for sure, but they're going to need to be huge. I'm not saying we need another 8-sack performance for the entire defensive front, but if we could get 5-6 sacks out of the defense, I think that's going to put us in a lot of good positions to, end drives and maximize opportunities for the offense. And we're going to need as many of those as we can, because this is going to be a close game.
Yeah, because you would think the end goal in mind would be to get Anthony Richardson on the field.
Shit, but he's not even dressing. It's Riley Leonard. He's on IR.
Right. You did say that.
Even.
Oh yeah, is he on IR?
Yeah, he broke his orbital.
Oh yeah, he's out for a year. Never mind.
No, he's not out for the year, but he's just not ready.
Well be.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really much about the last 3 Colts games that has been super inspiring. They lost to the Steelers. They lost, obviously, to the Chiefs last week. And they had an overtime thriller against the Falcons in an international game.
That should have ended. Damn it, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's not a lot that the Falcons do well. It's pass defense occasionally, and they were able to just keep the game close and stick around, and they were able to get after Daniel Jones. I think they sacked him 6 or 7 times. So the formula for how to beat the Colts is very clearly laid out. The difference between the Falcons and the Steelers and the Chiefs game is Jonathan Taylor went out there and fucking annihilated them. Daniel Jones did not look good in any of those 3 games, probably his worst stretch as a Colt. So, I mean, the old ways are coming back. It feels.
Daniel Jones had 10 turnover-worthy plays, and 5 of them were fumbles.
Yep.
And that's in the last 3 games. That's just the last 3 games.
Yeah. Daniel Jones is not playing his best football right now. And then we don't need to let him get back into any sort of rhythm against us at all. So let's pivot to the offense, gentlemen. How much rust will CJ need to shake off when he's trotting out there that first couple series? I mean, are we expecting him to come in and just light the world on fire, or what's the real expectation for the rust?
It's literally been almost a month since he's played football. If we're being honest, like before that game in Denver, before he got knocked out, CJ was looking damn good. He was looking really good. But then the ground and the Broncos happened. And the man that we didn't actually see him throwing a football, handing off a football, being on an NFL football field for 3 weeks straight. Or was it 4? If we want to count the Denver game, it's been a month.
Yeah. Been a month since we've seen him on the field.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
Last week.
Well, in a way.
He didn't have on a helmet.
No. Did you guys see that picture of him in the locker room after the Bills game?
The one that they're talking about how his face looked at. Like people are, come on now. First of all, anybody that knows anything knows that CJ is going to have his job back, including CJ. I don't take that. That picture was stupid. They just caught the picture of him just looking like, and half the time he always looks like that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I didn't take anything from it. Like you gotta understand, even if CJ was to come out here and he's bad and he loses this game, he has to be bad multiple times in a row for him to lose his job.
There's no way that CJ is not the starting quarterback for the rest of the season unless he gets hurt.
Yeah. CJ has PTSD. Will the coach put Mills back in?
No.
You got to figure out, no matter what happens this season, you're in the most critical year of CJ's rookie contract. You got to figure out if what he's got is worth keeping or giving that kind of big money to. And so I mean, I think regardless, he's got the rest of the season.
Because if the Texans are smart, Will Anderson and CJ Stroud get a contract extension this summer. That way you get 2 more years on their rookie contract. If nothing else, I'm going to say this and it's going to sound crazy. Learn from the mistakes that Jerry Jones makes. Jerry Jones decided not to give Dak his contract when it was time. And look where that got him. Dak is still in the top 10 highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't like top 5 right now.
I think he fell to like number 6.
He's playing pretty good right now. Unfortunately,
he is playing pretty well. But do you know how much money Jerry Jones would have saved if he'd have signed him 2 years before that?
I mean, a little bit perhaps, but he was not a first-round pick, so he didn't have that 5th-year option.
No, he didn't. But the thing is, because he had to franchise tag him 2 years in a row, and the money kept going up every year. Every time he franchise tagged him, the new max contract was higher.
Yeah.
To a point to where he was able to say, you know something? I'm not gonna fucking play till you pay me.
Yeah.
And he had to actually be afraid that Dak was gonna go play for another team.
Yeah.
It's true. Sorry, fellas, I'm fixing my damn camera. Yeah.
You're fine. Realistic whole game expectations for CJ. I'm looking for stats here. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. 30 yards on the ground. That's kind of the vibe, I think. I think you can probably win this game with that. I have this game in my mind. I haven't written anything down yet, but in my mind, it's like a 20-17, 21-20, real close Texans win. But to do that, you got to get certain efficiencies.
Me and you have a little bit different score. I'm thinking, we're already talking about it. 24-14 is what I'm thinking, because our defense has continued to hold teams at that. That's like their capping point. That 14-17 point thing is where the defense is holding them. And realistic expectations for CJ, his first thing, he had no interceptions.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. No picks.
Get the ball out of your
Davis, he didn't. God damn it, man. Because Davis, he didn't have any interceptions last game, right? No interceptions, no sacks, nothing. I mean, he wasn't great, but
Davis Mills had, if I'm not mistaken, had that 1 pick against Jacksonville, and it's been quiet ever since then.
Yeah. Brandon says, imagine drafting Ant Richardson right after watching a team take Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. in front of you.
Oh, yeah, that is crazy though, because he was the number 4 pick. So that is
Which
like
playoffs
extremely
Dak
crazy.
will fold under pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon says 26-0.
That's crazy.
I will tell you this: if they can 26-0 the Indianapolis Colts, this Texans defense is one of the best in NFL history.
Well, we're already kind of on that pace.
We're trending, but
as far as yards and points allowed a game, we're the least amount of points in yards, lower than the 2000 Ravens. Like, we were in some pretty rarefied air. Like,
yeah,
we're pretty solid.
But aren't the Colts one of the top 5 offenses in all of the NFL? Even with Daniel Jones playing like shit.
Yeah.
That's why I said if we can goose egg them, you got some bragging rights.
Y'all are close.
Yeah, but like not the Colts though. I mean,
the Colts, bro.
I mean, we do have one so far. Maybe we can get 3 goose eggs this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, what are your realistic expectations for this game, specifically in regards to CJ's return?
I will be happy. So look, there's probably I'm sure I will be happy with 2 touchdowns. The reason saying because and the reason I'm saying is and we're talking about CJ. I don't care about. I'm not talking about the rest of the team. I will be happy with about 180 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. With him missing a month, and you're saying that he's going to have rust on him, I would be happy with that. Winning or losing effort, just because I feel like I would have seen improvement from what I had been seeing. Because I mean, you had San Francisco, Baltimore, and Tennessee, and that was just for a quarter for Tennessee that you really saw CJ putting on that magic. And you can't even say full magic. Like, well, I mean, I thought he was pretty good against Baltimore, and I want to see CJ. What I want to see is CJ from Baltimore. That's what I want to see. But I'm happy with like a CJ how he was like against San Francisco, not Tennessee, because that was a terrible game. This is the first one.
You talking about the fact that he completed all but like 7 passes against San Francisco?
Oh yeah, it was.
I think it was less than that. I think he.
It was low. It was real low.
Yeah, it was real low. But the thing about it was he was efficient, but the whole team was working together. So
yeah,
it's really how I see it is.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm with you on that. Kind of pivoting a little bit. Nico, Woody, CJ, and Schultz need to ball. We need these 4 men consistent. We need them involved as frequently as possible. Schultz is definitely give me a quick 5 yards, like maybe even a first down periodically. You got to get Nico going across the middle.
Test those safeties. Test them.
Yeah, you have to. And you got to figure out ways around Sauce Gardner. If Sauce is going to be sitting on one side of the field and not shadowing, then obviously you have some more options available to you. Then,
what don't they have Travarius Ward back?
Yeah, they got Travarius Ward, Sauce Gardner, and Kenny Moore.
Didn't they trade Kenny?
No,
they didn't trade Kenny.
No, they still got Kenny. Their defense, their secondary, their corners are all right.
It's their safeties that are suspect. Right? Ward, no, he didn't.
Yeah, but I know he's playing this week because I know he's just now coming back. I wasn't sure if he played last week, but like that's my thing. I think they'll be fine. What I actually want to see, you were saying about, I want to add, and the reason I want to add him is because I know he can catch the ball. Jaden Higgins.
Yeah,
like he just got to get his feet in bounds. He caught some very good. I thought you gotta what 3 of his passes he barely stepped out of bounds on 3 of them, something like that. But
Yeah.
he caught all of them.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, him and Nico have some amazing catch radiuses. It is amazing. It is very hard to overthrow either one of those guys.
Yeah. Eric wants to know, are the Texans going to run the ball effectively? Define effectively, and the answer is no.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure our answers weren't going to be any different. Because I do not. I mean, it would shock me if they ran the ball, because they ran the ball well against Buffalo.
No, and that's the thing.
Buffalo did against us, but they ran the ball good against Buffalo.
For the Texans, effectively is a low bar.
Yeah.
Effectively means you keep them honest enough that we can run the play action.
Yeah. That's exactly what that means. And to that end, it's not like the Colts have been hugely exposed. Is Buckner still on IR, or is he back already?
Oh, he's on IR.
Yeah,
he's on IR. He's not playing. That's why I say the middle of that's going to be tender.
Well, you still got Grover Stewart, who's a big fucking man eater. Like, that's just what he is. 6'6", 330. Homie's going to eat some space. So you're going to have an issue or two. It's not like we're playing the literal backups from the Buffalo Bills.
But it's not the Titans.
I mean, true. Devin Lloyd has more interceptions this year than Sauce has in his career. Sauce hasn't all that.
And that's the other reason that I would say I would throw at Sauce. I would actually test him. I wouldn't sit up there and be like, you know what? I'm not going to throw the Sauce aside. No, Sauce still is in the top 5 in the NFL in pass interferences. He's handsy.
Mm-hmm. He is. There's ways you can beat him. He's not unbeatable. Same way with Stingley and really any corner. There's ways of beating these guys. Some of them are just, freak athletes. It makes it even harder. But yeah, you gotta have Nico balling across the middle. You got to get Woody going in the run game, just a healthy 4 yards a clip, and the pass. God damn it, that has just not happened yet for this man, and he's so good at it. And then
why do we keep throwing the ball to Dare?
I don't know, but Dalton Schultz, he's been very consistent this season, probably one of his better years in a while. I would say it's almost outside of the touchdowns. This is probably on par with the 2023 season.
I actually think this is probably his best year as a Texan.
I think you're not wrong, but like the touchdowns, he had a lot of touchdowns in 2023.
Well, that's the product of the offense too.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this: lately, the last few games, I actually think he might end up finishing the year with 8 or 9 touchdowns.
I mean, he's
starting to become more of a target in that red zone area.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I would I'm cool with, like, I do want to go after Sauce, but also I do want to go after Tavares Ward too, because he's just barely coming back, and he was a limited participant on Friday.
Yeah,
that is something to look out for.
Yeah,
to be successful in the NFL as a passing team, you got to not be scared of any cornerback.
It's true. If you guys had to take a stab at what Dalton Schultz's season stats are looking like right now, what would you say?
Over 600 yards, probably 4 or 5 touchdowns.
This year?
This year.
Like currently, like already done that?
Oh no, I don't think he's done that already. I think he's about 400. I think he's about 450. I'm gonna say about 450.
Where are we at
right now? Because he does have quite a few. Where are we at? We're week 11. I'm saying 450.
We're previewing week 13. We've played 11.
Week 13. Oh, week 13. Okay. Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, 450 is my final answer.
Okay. He's at 497 with 1 touchdown.
Whoa. Damn, it's only been one?
Yeah.
We
So
haven't
they
thrown
just
too many
don't
touchdowns.
target him
We
in the
gotta
red
run
zone.
Yeah, I got to keep in mind we have struggled in the red zone like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
And,
I
and
apologize.
Jaden Higgins and Christian Kirk, who I do not want on the field at all, caught the touchdowns last week. I just wish they would stop. I wish they would just. I know he's a rookie. Yeah, I know how the NFL works.
You know, it has nothing to do with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching. Christian Kirk is getting open. He really is a really good route runner. It's just we know he really can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and then to be honest, when he is open, he gets overthrown every time. I swear, every single time he gets overthrown. But also at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it would be different with Noel out there because I don't know. I feel like
his speed with his route running is amazing.
All right. So in 2023, these were Dalton Schultz's stats: 59 receptions, 635 yards, 10.8 a reception, 5 touchdowns.
And that's what got him paid.
Yeah. 2024, 53 receptions, 532 yards, 10 a catch, 2 touchdowns. 2025, 52 receptions, 497 yards, 9.6 per catch, and 1 touchdown.
Like I said, he's going to have a career year. By the time the end of the year is going to be his best year as a Texan. Well, the touchdowns will be the only issue.
His biggest yards ever in a season was 2021 with the Cowboys. He had 78 receptions for 808 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, he won't be that year.
No, but
it'll be his best year as a Texan.
Yeah, a Texan defining year.
Yeah.
Let's pivot. Is this offensive line at its peak and able to help give us the best CJ Stroud?
Pass.
I don't think they're at their peak. I don't think they're at their peak. I think they can be even better. But this might be the best the offensive line's been in front of CJ. If they play how they did last week against Buffalo, that'll be the best offensive line that CJ's had in front of him probably in his Texans career.
Yeah.
Because it's never actually been good.
So what are we doing? So it's Trent Brown, Ingram. Who we got at center?
Andrews.
Is it, Andrews still at center. And who we have at right guard?
Titus. Left guard is Titus.
Yeah, left guard is Titus. You're right. Okay. That's the person I was missing in my mind. And then Ursula's going to be a left tackle. Okay. Yeah, that's probably going to be the best line we're going to get, even with Trent Brown not moving at all. And that's sad to say because Trent Brown has not been great, but he's so big.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, his man doesn't touch the quarterback.
It's true. Usually his man is getting absolutely throttled.
Yeah. Now, if you asking him to run block, that's a little difficult because he's got to get out of his blocks.
Hell, I mean, there was a couple plays during the Bills game where I saw his big ass out lead blocking for.
He was moving,
and I was like, "Oh shit, that's a." It's like a double
terrifying sight.
But also you got to think about it like this: when we're speaking about this O line, what we have to remember is the jumbo package. They're doing a lot more of that than they were doing earlier in the season, and it's been working.
It's true.
Blake Fisher might have solidified his career as an extra tight end.
Hey, this is a really good question. I'm curious if it's in the Texans' contract for them to legally be legally obligated to only play one good quarter per game.
Oh, yeah. Fuck me.
Dude, you're not wrong. It is.
It feels that way.
Fucking frustrating. Oh my God.
But at least it's the last quarter. It's normally the fourth quarter.
Yeah. CJ had all day as a rookie. Look, what's wild is like that was the most inconsistent week-to-week offensive line you could possibly ask for.
Yeah, in this because oh my God, wait till Juice Scruggs get back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like we were waiting on Juice to get back. And then and Titus missed the first 4 games, and then he came in and played 6 and missed the rest, and it was a whole thing.
Shaq Mason was still a human being.
Yeah, and not just a molehill to run around.
That offensive line wasn't good. I know it looked like CJ had more time, but he really didn't. It's just they didn't know CJ's tendencies. They didn't know that he really likes to roll out to the right. He does not like rolling out to the left.
He's right-handed. I wouldn't like rolling out to the left either.
There's some guys that are like that. Lamar Jackson's the other way around. He likes rolling left, being right-handed.
It doesn't really matter which way he rolls. He's faster than most everybody else.
Yeah, say yeah. Well, I will hold that thought right now. We don't know that right now.
Well,
we
fair
don't know
enough.
how much faster he is than everybody else. The way he's been playing, because he doesn't even want to rush. I know he's fucked off a couple of my tickets.
Yeah, you better stop.
I'm like, man, Lamar Jackson go get 30 yards.
No,
they dropping it down. Lamar Jackson 15 yards. Lamar Jackson 14 and a half.
That man had -3 yards.
Yeah,
I'm leaving Lamar Jackson alone. He trying to throw the ball. That's why they got trounced on by the Bengals. Had the Bengals defense look like they was the number 1 defense in football.
Right. I was like, okay, so somebody had the turkey before the game. I got you.
Mm-hmm. All right, gentlemen. We got a win to keep 2 playoff pathways alive. Obviously, if we win, we're 1 game back behind the Colts and the Jaguars, assuming that they beat the Titans. With 1 more division game left. We also would have the Chiefs game, the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Cardinals in that mix. You would need a little bit of help and the Jaguars to kind of fumble the bag on a couple games and lose their lead above you, as well as, that week 18 crucial.
They play the Colts twice too, though. What if they beat the Colts twice?
If they beat the Colts twice,
or vice versa, that's a real question for both.
Well, the good thing for us it would be better if they split the games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course.
No, that would be the best thing for us, because if the Colts win both games against the Jags, that sucks for us. If the Jags win both games against the Colts, that sucks.
I mean, it sucks for us. It sucks for us from a playoff standpoint, because the thing about it is, I think if we, like, let's say if we were to win out, it's like if we win out, we're going to win the division. And that's the thing about it. And I get it, always win your division, but we're not even in the playoff race right now. Right now, the focus should be to make sure that we're even in this playoff race, which just happens to be Indianapolis just happens to be the first one on the list to get knocked off.
And the thing is, with all of that arithmetic and us trying to figure out what we need to do there, I think it says on the screen, we just have to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's really the most important thing. We don't need to worry about who needs to lose or who needs to. We have to win.
Exactly, and I feel the same way. Way.
If we're being completely honest, all the rest of the games left this season are all winnable.
Yep.
Yeah. May not have looked like that at one point in the season, but they're all winnable games now.
Yeah, and I mean, I think our toughest matchups are going to be, I mean, the Chiefs are going to be a tough matchup, but I think the Colts, the 2 games against the Colts are going to be our toughest matchups. That is
they're the most important AFC South games that D'Amico Ryans has coached.
In 3 years.
Yeah.
In 3 years is the most important. I will say I don't agree with you that one, because we're still playing the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
That's just it's shitty.
Yeah, no,
I don't care how bad of a year. You still got to play against the referees.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to play against the referees. You got to play against that crowd. You have to play against the weather, because this actually might be the latest.
Weren't they in Arrowhead last week? I mean, Thursday. They weren't in Arrowhead. No, they were in Dallas. Never mind.
They were in Dallas.
It was Thanksgiving. Ignore what I'm saying.
You good?
Dallas for Thanksgiving is always at home.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I said ignore me. Ignore me.
Obviously, the path to winning the division is going to be difficult. It's going to rely on some other people doing other things. The Jaguars completely folding in certain games, which, based on their schedule, doesn't seem likely. The Colts having a tough schedule down the stretch outside of us and the Jaguars lends itself to the idea of a full-blown collapse by the Colts. You just need to catch the Jaguars at that point. If by some chance the Jaguars and the Texans ended up with the same record overall, but the Texans have the better division record, that's a W for us. So we got to go out here and take care of our business. But that being
right now, so Indy's only played the Titans, right? My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Indy's only played the Titans, so they're 2-0 in the division. We all know that. We're 3-1 right now because we lost to Jacksonville, but we beat them and we beat Tennessee twice.
Correct. The Jags are 1-1.
Yeah, and if we knock the Colts off, I don't feel like I said, I think the Jags are split with the Colts anyway. So I don't really worry about the winning because what were we 5-1? I think we're going to be the same thing this year that we were last year, 5-1 in the division.
But the thing that comes into it is because of the inconsistencies from the Colts and the Jags, we really don't know what teams are going to show up.
Yeah.
That Jags and Colts game could actually be one of the worst AFC South games of the year. And the Titans have played football.
Yeah, it's true.
It could be one of the worst games of the year.
Yeah, completely depending on the hot and cold Jags.
Of both quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks might turn out to be shit.
AFC wild card mania. Let's just assume now we beat the Colts. Maybe we split with them in the series. Okay, let's just assume we split with them in the series. That puts us at 4-2 in the division. Now maybe the Colts full on collapse, but the Jaguars maintain that 1-game lead, and we sneak into the wild card. Well, we already have a win over the Bills. So if we get to the same record as the Bills by some stretch of the imagination, we have the tiebreaker over them. The Ravens, who are now 6-6, are behind us. We have a game against the Chiefs coming up, a game against the Chargers, another wild card team. We have opportunities to solidify whatever playoff positioning we can actually earn in these next couple weeks. It's absolutely paramount that we win this Colts game tomorrow and don't let this opportunity just walk on by. How are you guys feeling about our chances on winning the division versus just making a wild card appearance?
It's probably about the same.
Because we're almost crazy. It's about the same. And the only reason it's about the same is because we have to play the Colts twice. It's because we have to play the Colts twice and then they have to play Jacksonville twice. That's literally the only reason. If these division games weren't happening the way that they were happening with the way the records are right now, it would be we're just trying to make the playoffs because the Colts losing to Kansas City changed a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
That really changed a lot of things, in my opinion. Yep. And even though, like I said, I know you guys wanted that, I personally wanted because I wanted them to beat the Chiefs because I did not think the Chiefs were going to beat Dallas, and you just want to keep the Chiefs as far away. I don't care what anybody says. I don't want them in the playoffs. I think because I believe that no matter who we are playing, regardless if we're in a wild card or we are a division winner playing at home for the wild card game, I believe we will beat whatever team's there, even if it's Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a second opportunity at Denver. I personally do. If we're being Curtis, you remember at the beginning of the year when we were looking at the schedule and we were like, this schedule is disgusting. It was disgusting the way it was set up.
Yeah.
Now we're looking at it and it's going to benefit us. We get an opportunity to play every last team that is in front of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
We hold our own destiny in our hands.
Yeah, I mean, we already played the Broncos, and I mean, we don't play the Patriots this year, but unless it's in the playoffs. And I once again, Another team that is beatable. I don't care how many games they've been winning. Patriots are easily beatable. Drake may get sacked like crazy.
The Patriots got their division locked up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially with us beating the Bills. I mean, the Bills would have to win out. They do play the Patriots again, but they'd have to win out, and they play them in New England.
Bro, the Bills just signed Brandon Cooks. Does that tell you how dangerous it has gotten?
Bro, he still plays football.
Dude, he's actually, I think, younger than I am.
Yes. He's not as old as you think.
And it's crazy, bro. I swear, bro, Brandon Cooks has been on like 7 teams, bro. Didn't he already play for the Patriots? God, I know he was with the Rams.
Yeah, he played for the Patriots. He started out with the Saints. Then to the Patriots, then to the Rams, then to the Texans, then to the Cowboys, and now the Bills.
Man, I feel like he went
back to the Saints, and
back
then
to the Saints, and now the Bills.
Yeah,
that's and the thing is, Mike Evans is older than him.
Yeah,
and been on the same.
It doesn't feel like it.
No.
Oh, Brandon brought it not. Well, he's 32.
Okay. Well, I'm about to turn 32.
That's not old for a receiver in the NFL.
It is true, but he has.
Isn't D-Hop like 33?
33, 34.
Yes. Bro, this shit is crazy.
There's a scenario I've been playing in my head for a little bit, and I want to get your opinion on it.
Okay.
Let's say we make the wild card, and hypothetically, we make it in as the 7th seed. Okay? Don't know how. Hypothetically, we make it as a 7th seed. In this hypothetical, either I don't care which team it is, either the Jags or the Colts somehow, follow me here, somehow back into the 1 seed. We end up playing the Patriots in the wild card. Then in the second round, go to Indy or go to Jacksonville. That would be almost like the easiest path for us.
I know it sounds so crazy. So what's up, Mike? We will be flying to the game. If that happens, we flying to the game.
Bro, I can't afford them tickets.
Playoff tickets are taxing. But
no, especially that conference game is going to be ridiculous. The wild card game is not that bad, but that conference game is going to be crazy.
Yeah. I only have a true path to a Texans home game playoff. That's the only thing I have a true path to.
Yeah.
But if we go through the wild card, we probably won't have a home game.
Oh, probably yeah. Well, I mean, we won't if we're not, especially not if we're the 7th seed. There's no possible way if we're the 7th seed.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is like that is the easiest path of least resistance.
And that's because in our head we're all thinking the Patriots are easily beatable.
Their division is worse, like the easiest schedule in the
NFL. The only team, winning teams they beat is Buffalo and who else? Somebody else. The Steelers? Was it the Steelers? They beat the Steelers, right?
I
think it was Pittsburgh.
Yeah. One of their losses is to the Raiders week 1.
Oh yeah, but nobody counts the game.
But that win is why Chip Kelly held on to his job as long as he did.
Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, let's get the predictions for this game.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, let's get the predictions for this game. I also have the Jags Titans here. If you guys want to give a prediction for that.
Yeah.
The numbers: Colts favored by 3, over under 44.5, according to ESPN. You guys want to dive on that one first, or Jags Titans?
Yeah. No, I can. I told you 24-14 is what I hit with that. So I'm on the under.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go.
Oh, and Texans, just in case nobody know.
28-24 Texans, obviously.
Okay, so you're on the over?
Oh yeah. I think yeah.
You think our offense is actually ready to shine.
Well, I'm counting on CJ to get me 2 passing touchdowns, 180 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. One from Chubb and one from possibly CJ. Just
Interesting.
He has to scramble.
I'm going to go 20-17 Houston. It's firmly under. I think this is going to be a close game. I think these are two teams that know each other very well, with a lot on the line for both teams. And we're going to see these kind of games a lot down the stretch until we get to the playoffs. But 20-17. The Jaguars are favored by 5.5. The over-under is 41.5. It's at Tennessee. In 2023, all the Jaguars had to do was win the game, and they won the division. And guess what happened?
They lost the game. And we won the division.
That is correct. So, Chris, what are you feeling?
No. 21-17 Tennessee.
Okay, Mike?
13-9 Jacksonville.
I'm going to go 28-27 Tennessee. Not because I think that the Titans offense is spectacular, but they've got a really good return game that has scored 2 times this season. And
damn, they scored on us.
Yeah. And then on top of that, their defense is playing somewhat better at times.
When the scores are good defensive line, like their defensive line is good.
Again, this is two teams that know each other very well. For those who don't know, in 1999, 98, maybe, the Jags were 14-2 and went into.
You got about you, Curtis, with the score prediction.
I mean, look, I've seen the Raiders offense put up, 20 some odd points against the Jaguars. I've seen the Davis Mills offense put up, what was it, 20 points in the fourth quarter against the Jaguars. And I've seen the Cardinals have a really solid passing game against the Jaguars. And they were in that game. It was 27-24 final score. These, not necessarily any of these teams at the time.
And didn't it go to overtime?
Yeah. Just like, they avoided the Raiders disaster. The Raiders it was an overtime game too, if I'm not mistaken.
And honestly, the Raiders shit the bed.
Well, they scored a touchdown and just whiffed the fucking 2-point conversion.
Yep.
Listen.
Yeah.
God damn.
Listen.
Yeah, that was violent. Woo! God. Anyway, I don't necessarily have faith that the Titans will win. That's more of me kind of hoping and wishing.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so like I have more faith that the Titans can beat them.
I've seen them playing well lately, but they're usually playing well after the fact. Like after the game's pretty well.
Well, last week they were playing very well last week. I thought they played very well. They didn't win, of course, but I thought they played very well last week.
They played well, but the problem is they still look dysfunctional. It just looks like something's wrong. You know how when you see somebody, why you see somebody walking and like one leg shorter than the other, but you don't see it? It's like something looks off.
I mean, right now they don't have a coach. So not a real coach, at least.
Damn, got him.
I'm coaching them right now.
Basically. Well, gentlemen, I think this is a good spot to go ahead and wrap her up. We will see everybody on the other side of this game. I want to thank Robert and Brandon and Eric and everybody for chiming in the chat. Always good to have you guys. If you guys are new here, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future live content. Make sure you're going over and supporting Chris, Pacman_King Freestyle on the Instagrams, at That's Crazy Podcast and Talk all across social medias. Do the same thing for our main man, Magic Mike, at the top right, at Mas3 Productions all across the social webs. And do the same thing here. Be good people. Go Texans. Fuck the Cowboys and the Colts.
Yep. Fuck the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck them.
And the Jaguars.
And T.Y. Hilton. Fuck T.Y. Hilton.